Met Gala 2025. Everyone is talking about it. From usual Hollywood stars to Shah Rukh Khan's debut and the statement made by Diljit Dosanjh. But as parents and teachers, what can we learn from this?
Take Diljit Dosanjh's look, for example. Now, ever since he stepped on the Met Gala platform wearing that Indian white sherwani, people are Googling the Sikh heritage, the Maharaja royalty of India, or they are talking about fulkaris. They want to explore this turban, the idea of dressing up like that. Now, that's a wonderful example of visual storytelling. When learning can be seen, it sparks a conversation. Teachers could do that in the classroom. Instead of giving those long, boring lectures, if they could actually bring in visual clues, they could inspire their students to question, to interact, to converse, to have a discussion, and that's how learning can be festive.
Talking about festive learning, I'm reminded of Mona Patel. Did you see she carried a robotic dog and literally it was a four-legged machine?
True. So Mona Patel, I think, gives a lesson in multidisciplinary learning. Now, she's basically an entrepreneur and a tech enthusiast, but what she did for the Met Gala is she brought together a fusion of fashion, art, AI, robotics, design. Now, what it teaches us is how we should make our students think. Instead of asking what stream they should choose, we should ask them what problem in the world would they like to solve? What tools do they need to solve that problem? And how can they bridge the gap between their personal interests and technical know-how?
Yes, exactly. So what students can learn from here, from Met Gala, about profile building for their higher education?
I think the biggest lesson is authenticity. Today, every child wants to study the best course in the best college. But in order to be there, they need to create a narrative of their academic journey or in general, efforts they made to reach there. Now, what they need to bring there is authenticity. So let's say somebody wants to be a singer. He or she could put up, let's say, a song in the portfolio inspired by his grandmother's lullaby. Or if somebody wants to be an architect, he or she could put up a blueprint or a model of, let's say, a place inspired by the village rooftops from where he comes from. So the real lesson is on being authentic, being original, being individual, going back to your roots. That's where the real innovation comes from.
So what do you want to say about this, the event management skill at Met Gala?
So I think the biggest lesson is on rebranding. I mean, look at the venue of Met Gala, the Metropolitan Museum. What it was nothing but a stuffy space with the static exhibits. But today it's like the epicenter for everything cool. It has the AI interaction, the youth collaboration, the installation by different communities. It has understood that real prestige comes from involving and inviting participation from more and more communities. That's where our tourism industry, our museums and galleries in India could learn. I mean, if they need more ticket sales, they need to involve more and more people talking about it.
And what does it tell us about the career choices? How to make them?
I think it's a live showcase on something called fusion economy. Today, everything is connected. You can't have your learning or your subjects in compartments or silos. Everything has to be connected. So let's say starting from grade 8 onwards, whatever event or competition or a community project a child participates in, he needs to question himself, why is he choosing that? What can he learn out of it? Or how can he bridge or understand or bring a narrative of how that project connects to his vision, his theme of life? That's where the authenticity and realness comes out.
Exactly. And we thought that Met Gala is just a fashion event.
Not at all. It's a narrative on where the world